Hi everyone. In July of 2018, I began working with individuals who in hypnosis began to channel. To date, there are 6 of these channelers, and this podcast features one of them. Now, you may not know what channeling is, but it's been around for a very long time. One of the more famous examples is the Oracle at Delphi, in what we call ancient Greece. In more modern times, among others, we have Esther Hicks channeling Abraham, Barbara Marciniak channeling the Palladians, and Daryl Anka channeling Bashar. These channelers all have websites, and all of them are featured many times on YouTube. So if you're not sure what channeling is, check out these sources, and they'll give you a pretty fair idea. Now today, my guest is Keda Edwards Pierre, and she channels Nayeala. After I ask Keda a couple of questions about herself, she will then go into the altered state of consciousness where she can connect with Nayeala, and I will direct some questions to her. Keda, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Peter.
Keda, our guests, I'm sure, would like a little background on you. You're doing this thing called channeling, which is very sort of metaphysical, airy-fairy, but you're a pretty down-to-earth, solid citizen here. And, just fill us in a little bit.
What does that mean? Well, I think Peter might be referring to the job that I do. My day job is law enforcement, and I've been involved with Toronto for the last, I'm in my 27th year, so it's been a while. So that's a structured environment, and not often do you hear anything discussed about metaphysical at all, actually. What preceded my work with police is holistic health and intuition and just the esoteric. And the reason why is because I grew up in a family where we have quite a long lineage of intuition. My mom always told me stories about my grandmother and things that she would do and what she would know and understand. And my mom would always take what I had to bring to the table, the messages, and validate them. And so it was very normal for me.
Channeling just fits right in with that.
Yeah, it's something that, because of the work that I'm doing with you, Peter, I'm more consciously aware of what that actually is. It's something that I've taken for granted, I would say. It was just always something that was there with me throughout childhood, throughout all the adversities and all of that. And now I understand how Nayeala has been integrated in my life. And so I would say that this work with you and this channeling has opened up an understanding and awareness that I've not had since I was a child. As a child, there was this knowingness, but not an understanding of all the intricacies of it. Now I have the knowingness coming back and an understanding of what it actually means and how it plays a role in my life and how I may share with others what Nayeala brings to me.
Good. Well, we'll give you a couple minutes. Actually, you don't take a couple minutes. You take a matter of seconds to get into that state where you can make the connection with Nayeala. So we'll give you that time, and we'll come back with her.
Excellent.
Nayeala, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Peter.
Nayeala, I know our listeners would be really interested in knowing about you. Can you just take a couple of moments and tell us, who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing here?
You sound like Keda. Okay, so when it comes to who I am, I simply am. If I were to use words to describe, there is a spiritual aspect to who I am, energetic to who and what I am. I'm in everything. I know that people, human beings in particular, like to encapsulate beings in something that can be perceived. So in that case, Nayeala suffices as a name, and for shape purposes, or to encapsulate the beingness of what and who I am. I'm a spiritual being, energetic being that is integrated in everything and gives expression through Keda and others, but through Keda in ways that you can understand. The reason why that I'm here is to experience through the very unique journey of a person named Keda and her other in this particular time-space reality. But there are also other ways that I experience and have experienced this time, space, and reality, and other aspects to the physically manifested universe. It's something that cannot truly be explained except that it's similar to a child experiencing the world, a baby experiencing the world through the taste and the sight and through the ears and the light that's on and sparkling in the eyes of a baby and child experiencing this world indicates the pure joy that being is experiencing. That's one reason I'm here. The other reason is through the unique compilation of experiences that Keda has chosen as a life on this planet allows me to come and speak to what is perceived as negative experiences and trauma, but to allow a different perspective on the old understanding of those negative experiences in order to progress in a way that lightens the load and releases what is no longer necessary. One must have a different perspective on what was heavy in the first place. This is a prime time in this world for that shift. It is prime. Not prime in the respect of suffering and adversity and trauma and pain, and because that's existed and will exist. It does exist. It's prime time because humanity is reaching a point of saturation, just looking for so many distractions and so many reasons to remain asleep, complacent, has allowed humanity to keep going the way it has, in the manner it has. Now, people tire. There's a critical mass that's being reached with regards to tolerance of things as it is. Therefore, it's a time to offer options or different information for people to process and digest and look into and allow remembering and knowledge that each person possesses already to understand that what is happening for a reason, and both the pain and the joy each have their rightful place in the progression and the evolution of this world.
You mentioned others, and I think there are probably others on both sides here. One side being, say, the off-Earth beings such as yourself, and then you mentioned others that you are working with. Are you channeling through other humans at this time as well?
Yes, when I mention others, there's one other on this planet that is a counterpart, you can say, to Keda. But that's the humanoid. That's the human aspect. We're not relegated as energy, spiritual beings to the human form when it comes to that other person who happens to be female as well, younger than Keda in the chronological human years. And yes, there are others, and oftentimes people will come close to encountering or be told that they have their twin. Sometimes it's simply someone who looks similar. But every once in a while, the proximity is close. That has not yet happened with Keda. It's a possibility based on what she chooses and how she chooses. She's in a period of transition right now. But yes, there is another in this time-space reality.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like there are quite a number of beings off the planet who are trying to assist humans at this time to go through this transition, and a number of people, humans on the planet, who are potential channelers for those beings. Am I right in guessing, I suppose you might say, that there are just many more beings involved in helping humans through this transition?
A few key points. 1, trying. There are beings helping, period. No trying. Everything that happens is not always perceived by human beings. 1, because of choices, level of awareness, their journey. But we're always here. Always, 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 always. Whether called upon or not, we're here. Our state of existence can be referred to as channeling. There's a heavier integration, more comprehensive integration that's actually at play. However, when a person such as yourself, Keda, any number of people make conscious choices to access, that can be referred to as channeling. It's like a spout in the earth that allows what's in the earth to come out. So the oil is not ever gone, right? You just don't see it. When you drill into the earth to access the oil, then the oil can come up. So for the people that choose to drill, to mine, to dig, to allow, they're tapping into a beingness that always exists, always has, always will. And yes, there are people that are more willing than others. And there are people that their journey that they chose for this time, space, and reality includes them allowing the expression of that beingness through channeling. So yes, and it is to help with the transition. Understand that we are not here to carry you. It's a lot more symbiotic than human beings allow themselves to perceive. When you allow, when you channel, the beingness is working in conjunction with your physicalities to make the transitions be, to help the transition happen. Do you understand? So, yes, we're here to help. Simply put, we are here to help.
Well, you've, I think, whetted our appetite in many ways to inquire about more in a whole number of areas. But time has run out on us. And I know time isn't an issue where
not at all. It doesn't exist. So thank you, Peter.
But our human attention span is somewhat limited. But thank you very much for being here today. And we look forward to some of your videos and your live events and personal counseling and things like that. Pleasure having you.
Peter, it's a pleasure to be here.
Keda, you're back. And just before we let you go, if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
true2soul.com, TRUE2SOUL.com. You visit our website there and you will find a contact page, information about me at the About Keda link, and a lot of goodies to go through. So yeah, if you would like to contact me, you can contact me there. Email is Keda, Keda, at true2soul.com.
Well, thank you for that, and thank you also for being here and bringing our friend Nayeala.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Well, folks, that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back for some more. You can download and or listen to this podcast or any of the other channeled recordings by going to my website at peterhdennis.com and click on the Channeling tab. There you can click on Keda's name or photo and listen or download from there. Well, that's it, folks. Until next time, make someone smile. It'll expand their consciousness and yours.